Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here once again. Today we've got somewhat of a forgotten classic for you from 1973 with Ma 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 Belle and some pre-megastardom ELO. An early track from the band, though while it most certainly has plenty of cellos running through it, as was quite typical of ELO at the time, this one is mainly guitar driven and is one of the more hard rocking tunes that the Electric Light Orchestra ever did in their career. Just a great opening riff as well. And speaking of said opening riff, let's close in and get started, shall we? All right then, Ma 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 Belle and Electric Light Orchestra from 1973. We are in drop D tuning for this one, so take your standard tune guitar, drop your low E string down to D. This is some pretty early drop D tuning going on here. It's not the earliest. There was tracks in the late 60s and early 70s that had drop D tuning, Led Zeppelin being one of them, Black Sabbath being another, but this one's pretty early for drop D. Now, the way we're going to play this one is the studio version. Live, they never ever played it like this. They play it in C, in standard tuning, and they play it like this. Right? Right, just little triads here, a little bar at the 10th fret, off to a little C major triad here, 10, 9, 8, ba, 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 da. Backing it up 2 spots, and then playing that little lick. That is how they always played it live, in C, in standard tuning. But we're learning the studio version of this one, which is in drop D tuning and which is in D. So we're starting with a D, and we're playing it completely different. We're playing it with a D bar chord. We're not playing it with little triads, right? That's how the studio version is played, with a D major bar chord with the sus on the 8 of the B string. You're going to hit the chord with that sus and then back off to the bar. Then you're going to drop back onto the sus, hit it 3 times, back off to the bar. Then you're going to back it up to C with the sus, hit the sus twice, off to the bar. Kind of like that, right? Into this. So, open E, sliding into 4, and then grabbing the open D string, and reversing. Right, and you kind of slide that 4 back to 2, off to open. Kind of like that. And then grab 2 quick D power chords before repeating. Right, kind of like that, and repeat. And then we drop into the first verse. But before the vocals come in, we're going to play 4 bars of a D blues progression. That kind of deal right there, right? For 4 bars. D5 chord here, 5 and 7 of the A and the D bouncing off the 9 with your pinky, right? For 4 bars. Now the final 2 bars, there's a little guitar fill played by Mark Bolan, of all people, from T-Rex. That right there. A little slide from 5 into 8. Twice, right? Sliding 5 into 8, back to 5. Back onto the 8. And then just 5, 7 of the D, 5, 7 of the G, and finish on the 6 of the B. That's going on during the final 2 bars of this blues progression, right before the vocals come in. Now, when the vocals come in, we're going to hang in this D blues progression for 2 bars and then go off to C. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 bar of C. Then you're going to grab a quick A power chord here just on the 5th fret, single finger, hit it twice, and then drop back into D. And then continue, repeat, right? Off to C. Right? And that's the verse, right? And then before the chorus, we're going to repeat that for 2 more bars. And then into the chorus. Just blues progressions, right? We're grabbing an A power chord, single finger power chord here on the 7th fret of the low E in the A, bouncing off the 9, right, for 2 bars. D for 2 bars. Back to A, and then back to D. Into the riff, right? Verse. 4 bars of this before the vocals come in. Vocals. Off to C. A. Back to D. Repeat. And then 2 more bars of this before dropping into the chorus. A. 2 bars. D. Back to A. Back to D. Now this chorus is twice as long. A, G. You're gonna the second half of this chorus and the final chorus, we're gonna just hang in that A for 1 bar and then go off to G for 1 bar, right? And then back to D for 2 bars. Back to A, back to G, and then back to D. Just let it ring. And then back into the riff. Into the next verse. Next verse, next chorus, exactly the same as the second verse, second chorus, and then I think they just double up the chorus at the end. And that, my friends, is how you play Ma 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 Belle, an Electric Light Orchestra, Jeff Lynne. Certainly hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button right down there. Maybe drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind. Hope you're well out there, and we'll see you next time, yeah? Cheers.